Rocco are thinking of buying this house in the hills outside Barcelona and turning it into an upmarket retreat.
It's going to be very stylish, very jet set, very cool.
But when they arrived in Spain to make their final decision, Rocco got a little tired and emotional.
Dawn, where are you?
Which meant the following morning, Dawn had to view the house on her own.
Probably the biggest day that we've had together. And he won't get out of bed.
Although that didn't seem to spoil her enthusiasm.
Just breathtaking, absolutely breathtaking.
So, as Rocco finally emerged from his slumber, Dawn was trying to do a deal with the estate agent.
There's a problem. I don't have 50,000 euros this weekend. I can give 2,000 euros to perhaps reserve the house.
Yeah.
But when a fragile Rocco finally made it up to the house, he immediately paid the price for last night's excesses and was forced to retire to the master bedroom.
He christened our home with vomit.
The price of Dawn and Rocco's future house is 306,000 euros, but they could only raise 2,000 euros to keep it off the market for 3 weeks. And even that was a bit touch and go.
Got it!
They've signed a contract,
Anthony, the moment you have been waiting for.
and now, a little late in the day perhaps, set out to raise the rest of the deposit. Dawn and Rocco must somehow try to convince the banks of Barcelona to lend them 48,000 euros. And they seem to have come up trumps.
We're smiling.
How come?
Because this one's a little bit different situation. They're giving us our mortgage based on my wages.
Yeah.
So they can automatically agree to 250,000 pounds right now, she said.
Euros.
That should, euros, sorry.
I think for the last 2 days I've been in a bit of a weird kind of zone, talking about thousands of pounds. I'm scraping pennies together, packet of bags, you know. It's like, so, yeah.
Do you need some time to think about it?
I need about an hour.
5 hours, 6 bars, and God only knows how many G&Ts later, and Rocco has finally grasped the fundamental flaw in their financial plan.
We've got 3 weeks to come up with 50,000 euros. So we need that in cash to start with. That's the bad news.
So the bank won't give us money until before we've paid the 50,000 euros.
Won't give us one penny.
So we need to come up with 50,000 euros in 3 weeks.
So it's back to a cold, wet London, where the reality of their daily lives and their 48,000 euro shortfall does nothing to lift their spirits.
It took me a bloody hour and a half to get into work today. Do you know how far it is from my house to here if you were to drive and there'd be no traffic? It's about 5 miles. An hour and a bloody half to get here.
Even Rocco seems to be finding it hard to sleep in. But hard as it may be to imagine, the solution to their financial problems might just lie with this man. Over the years, Rocco has lovingly built up a collection of, well, everything really. Retro lamps.
I paid like £2 for that, but they're about 125 quid this cents.
Guitars. Classic cars.
That's my showroom, yeah?
And of course,
Knobs.
Yeah.
Any kind of knob you want here, you got. You can't leave the
It is
house
an addiction.
without bringing something back. I mean, everywhere you go, airlines.
Like a womble?
He'll go,
Yeah, like a womble, yeah.
what's a womble?
Womble, they live in Wimbledon. They live on this little bit of common ground in Wimbledon called Wimbledon Common.
And they collect things?
Womble's of Wimbledon Common.
I'm talking about airlines.
Which womble would you have been?
Hang on.
Orinoco.
Hang on. Airlines. I mean, every flight that Rocco takes, why do you have to bring a blanket home?
Because I know how many flights I've done.
Thank you very much. I think
Hands
that's
up, I'm an
the
idiot.
first time you have ever admitted that.
It's a joke.
And now, Rocco has volunteered to sacrifice his treasured possessions.
So all the tat we've got, you know, all the bits and pieces, you know, 50s and 60s collectibles, paintings, like, whatever. We'll just sell it all down at Portobello Road. Guitars, I'll sell all my guitars.
His cunning plan is to rent a stall at Portobello Road Market this weekend. And he's just made Dawn a very happy woman.
We're gonna get this house.
What else can I do?
Thanks.
But what Dawn doesn't know is that Rocco's got another cunning plan to resurrect his day job.
Yeah.
Go on.
Hey,
Go on. Go, just keep going.
Yeah.
He and his best mate, Nick Marsh, were the founding members of 80s indie band For Lulu.
Ha ha ha, murder. Ha ha.
Best known for those timeless classics, Rent Boy, Death Shall Come, and the unforgettable Killing My Buzz.
How you two still mates after all these years then? Haven't you had your musical differences and fallen out like all rock bands?
Yeah. we still it's always a mutual hatred.
Yeah, that's what
It's mutual hatred keeps us together.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Their plan is to reform and cash in on a nostalgia tour. There's just one problem. Rocco hasn't told his girlfriend.
Well, I just have to blag it. I just have to find a way around it.
Yeah.
There's always a way around things, aren't there?
Is Dawn all right with that?
No, of course she's not all right with that.
So what are you going to say to Dawn?
Well, we and Nick always had this thing when we first met. It was like the band comes first, more than anything, even like girlfriends. And that's one of those real, almost misogynist things to say, but I don't think it is. I don't give up bleep, because it's true. Because if we didn't put that first, we'd probably end up married with 5 kids. You know, an income support or something. I don't know.
The market stall is booked for tomorrow morning, so back at the flat, Dawn is a woman on a mission.
What's gonna go and what's gonna stay? There's so many, like, little pieces of crap that we don't really need. Like that. See, I kind of need him here to... No, I don't. What am I talking about? I'm sorry, but I just don't have the same taste as Rocco in some things. 60s ashtray, lampshade, kind of 60s-ish. Cool. Woo! That's like, bourbon or something.
Meanwhile, Rocco's other partner seems remarkably untroubled that his lead guitarist might soon be moving to Spain.
Well, no, Rocco, whatever he sets out to do, it's normally a disaster, but, you know.
Either way, the boys are back in town. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, and Dawn is packing the van, ready to go to Portobello Road.
I'm just so mad. He says he wants to do this. He's just got to show some motivation because it's not fun, and I have to do all of this crap again, and I have to load it up, and then he comes all out, oh, okay, we're ready to go, and I'm like, no, we were supposed to be ready to go yesterday, and nothing's done. And it just doesn't say to me that he's serious.
It's time to get out. It's Portobello Market Day.
So anyways, I'm just going to continue, and I'm going to pack up the van myself again and do it, because I have to get the job done.
Oh, God. I set my alarm for 5 o'clock and I turned it off. Because I woke her up.
Rocco, are you going to get up or what?
Yeah. Put the kettle on.
It's not a good start to the day, especially for Rocco, and finding himself once again on the back foot, he decides the best form of defence
Yeah, it's my job to be aside.
is attack.
Oh, Dawn, when do you wake me?
Rocco, I'm not your mother.
I know.
I'm tired. I always have to wake you. You have an alarm clock.
You turned it off.
I didn't turn it
No,
off.
I turned it off.
Yeah?
Yeah,
You
because
put it on snooze.
I was up till 2 in the morning.
All right,
on the phone to New
okay,
York.
All right, Rocco, so it's my fault. The bottom line is that you didn't get up and help me today. And you were supposed to. I'm pissed off at at you, Rocco. You can get up on your own. I'm not your bloody mother.
I just feel that she's being anti-productive because she could have woke me up. I tried to talk to her yesterday. She just does that thing where she just doesn't talk, so I don't talk to her. So what's, you know, and it all spirals down. We've had weeks where we don't talk, and it just ends up in a big... Well, days at least, where we just don't even talk to each other.
And who's being anti-productive?
Yeah, all right. I mean, you know, it'll be fine. You're right.
You're not great at saying sorry, are you?
I am. I'm pretty good, but in my own time. I'm a great sorry sayer. I've got a BA in saying sorry.
By the time they eventually arrive at the market, they've lost their pitch and are relegated to the less chic end of the Portobello Road, where they find themselves a little overdressed.
Hiya. Hello, sir. Would you like to buy from my stall?
Dawn's never done this before.
£5. £5 for the lot, mate. Come on, mate. Buy the whole lot for a £5.
A Cockney Texan.
Give me a £5, you can have the whole lot.
That's like Dick Van Dyke.
Well, her technique seems to be doing the trick.
Completely in working order.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Have a lovely day and thank you for your custom.
Bye.
I need a rest. Too much selling for me. I'm on fire. And we paid $30 for the stall. Your turn, Rock.
But Rocco drives a much harder bargain.
How about if we say the lot? 120? No.
Sorry.
Shame.
How about £30? Oh, okay.
In fact, you'd be forgiven for thinking he has no intention of selling any of his possessions.
They are. For what they are, they're expensive. I wouldn't buy them if I was you.
Can we bargain you down? Can
No.
we get you down a bit?
No.
Much to Dawn's disappointment.
I think they're 30 quid each.
They're £150
Each?
each. Don't, seriously. Look up in your reference books.
£150 for one chair?
Yeah.
Oh, Rocco, you're full of it.
Trust me.
Rocco is pricing them out of the market, and the day has so far been a total financial disaster.
Hiya. Those are all handmade. By me.
They're on vintage
personally.
frames or on new?
No, they're new frames, but they look very vintage, don't they?
They do, they're really nice. I've got a
I like
shop
them.
under the... Oh,
do you?
Okay.
Well, then I'm really interested in you.
Oh, go on, go on.
All completely handmade, and I'm actually looking for retailers for them. Do you want me to bring them in next week? And
That would be great, yeah.
You know.
If you could bring some different frames.
Well, that's made my day.
All right, great.
Perfect. Yeah, brilliant. Thanks so
Bye.
much. Cheers. I got my sunglasses in the shop!
I know.
I got a retailer for my sunglasses.
Come on to the pub.
You are going to pack up, aren't you?
I'm going to pack up and then I'm going to the pub.
By the time they subtract the rental of the stall, they're £29.50 down on the day. And that's before Rocco has even got to the pub.
£5 for the lot,
Dawn and
mate.
Rocco's day at Portobello Road was a resounding financial flop,
They're £150
Each?
each.
due largely to Rocco's total inability to part with any of his possessions.
For what they are, they're expensive. I wouldn't buy them if I was you.
Can we bargain you down? Can
No.
we get you down a bit?
No.
So, with less than a week to go before the house near Barcelona goes back on the market, they still need to raise €48,000 to pay the deposit. Back in London, Dawn's found a potential retail outlet for her handmade sunglasses, and she has an appointment to visit this morning.
Gabrielle.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I found it. I'm here.
Well done.
Wow. Beautiful stuff in here.
So that's why I liked your glasses, because I thought they were one-off pieces
Especially
as well.
done. Made with love, so
They
to
are,
speak.
they look like it.
Wow, it's gorgeous.
Meanwhile, a reluctant Rocco has been dispatched to London's West End, under strict orders to sell 3 of his most valuable guitars.
How are you,
mate.
sir?
How are you?
Oh, fine, fine.
Good to hear.
You're laying down there.
I know, just about made it.
Okay. How can I help?
I've got some goodies for you here.
All right, cool. Let's have a look.
There we go.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
Looks the biz.
it does.
It actually sounds good and stays in tune. It's actually pickup's been rewired.
Things get off to a good start when Flea, as he's known in the business, values Rocco's first guitar at £2,000.
So there's that.
Okay.
Which is this lovely. I think it's a 69.
It certainly looks like
I mean, I was under the impression it would be worth maybe £2.5 grand.
it could be even more than that, but you know, it's in that 3.5 to 4 range.
So,
Okay,
having notched
lovely.
up over £5,000,
Isn't it?
Rocco moves on to his pièce de résistance.
Well, the history of
Previously
this
owned by the Sex Pistols,
Malcolm McLaren bought this.
Bow Wow Wow,
I bought it off Matthew.
Yeah, he passed away.
He OD'd a while back.
and Rocco Barker.
Well, I just literally chuck it around and just throw it across the room and sit on it,
Yeah.
puke on it.
Yeah, it certainly looks like that.
Well, there's history, and there's too much information.
I don't want to sell it.
This one's really been through the wars, you know. It's fought the Rock and Roll wars, you know. But it's a beautiful old lady, but late 70s Gretchen, that condition. I would have thought around about, I'd be selling around about 14-ish. Really? Yeah.
So Rocco could net £18,000, around €26,000.
What would I do? How many, like, would I give you all the sunglasses? And
Dawn's
then
progress
you pay, or how
is a
many
little more modest.
and that kind of thing?
If you could give me maybe 10 pairs on sale or return,
Yeah.
can you do it like that?
So do you take a commission, or is that how it works?
Yeah,
or?
we'd
All
take
right.
a commission on them.
Okay.
How much do you want for each pair?
Well, it depends on the amount of work that goes into the sunglasses. I mean, the ones with lots of diamantes, I'm thinking 35. The
Is that
smaller ones
wholesale
with,
price?
which, no, that's like
Retail.
sales. Yeah, retail.
So how much would you want for them wholesale?
I don't know. I've never done this before, so.
Well, maybe if you sold them to me for, say, £20, for
Right.
example, then I'd sell them for 45,
All right.
or something like that.
All right. Well, let's try that out and yeah, see how it goes.
So Dawn is delighted, but she's going to have to stick on a lot of diamantes to make much of a dent in that €48,000.
You know, £20 okay to get rid of them, and maybe they'll get known, and you know, maybe somebody famous will buy them, and so maybe they'll just expand and have this whole sunglass empire in Spain.
Real sad.
If, of course, they ever get to Spain, which right now doesn't look too likely.
Wanna sell my guitars away. I'm scared of losing my Spanish home. Who wants to be happy? If I can be really honest with you, I think I'd rather rip my own head off,
Yeah.
eat my big toe,
Yeah.
and use my toenails as hors d'oeuvres.
Well, okay.
Than sell this guitar.
Reaction on ourselves, but
I'm never going to part with this guitar.
if you could put a guitar at the stud, that would be the one.
Yeah, exactly. This will actually be in my will.
Rocco could have raised more than half the deposit, but rather predictably leaves, clutching all 3 of his babies. That was a waste of time, Rocco. How are you going to break back to Dawn? The deadline is now up, and Rocco's inability or unwillingness to raise any cash has forced him to confront reality.
I'm really quite stressed about the whole thing. Because I really believe right now we've bitten off more than we can chew. You know, we didn't have the mortgage. You know, we could have had a mortgage in place. You know, we could have gone around it the way that most sensible people do. But I didn't. We didn't. You know.
2 days later, and back in Barcelona, Dawn and Rocco have come to plead for more time. But Anthony, the head agent, has refused to deal with them.
Well, basically really pissed off.
Anthony's playing the hard ball.
Yeah, he's playing real hardball. It's kind of like, I don't know, for me, it just really gets me that we can't even go back to the house, look at it. All I want to do is take a tape measure in there, you know, do rough measurements, start getting my plans in order for the you know.
Exactly. And if you're a salesman trying to sell a house, do you think you try to be as nice as possible to the person who's trying to buy it?
Well,
And that's not happening.
They've been really nasty.
Are you going to make that point to them when you go in there?
No, we're going to be really nice.
We're going to
Really
charm.
plastic.
We're going to charm their pants off.
But their charm offensive could be too little, too late. Because what they don't know is that up at the house, Albert is already showing new clients the property. So it's no wonder that Dawn and Rocco can't get hold of him.
Let's answer
Estás preciosa. Lo que es el parque.
Later that afternoon, Dawn and Rocco decide to pitch up at the agent's office anyway. Their plan is to make one last desperate plea to Albert. So they're on their best behavior.
Hola, señorita. ¿Cómo estás? We wait for Albert.
But Albert still isn't back from his viewings, so they decide to settle for his assistant, Puri.
I mean, we did do it backwards because we didn't go get our mortgages. And I said it might not be here. The money might not be here in 3 weeks. Depends how long the mortgage takes. And Albert, he goes, that's fine.
Finally,
it's longer, it's fine.
poor Puri can stand the pressure no longer.
They've got another person who wants the house.
They do. Are you serious?
Yeah. This is why they told you, pay this money when you must pay, because if you don't pay, you lost it. You lost your money and you lost the house. The things are like this.
What can I do to make them
Pay the contract you signed.
But of course, that's the one thing they can't do.
Then we're gonna lease this house.
They haven't got any money. In the next episode, Rocco decides they should look for a new property.
I'm going to hate every other place.
So another bemused estate agent is driven to distraction.
Darling, thing is going on. There's a bit of thing.
Yes, it's multifunctional.
Until Rocco experiences a road to Damascus moment
There's two roads. There's only one way.
and realizes he's still in love with the house in the hills.
I've completely fallen in love with that place.
So Albert the agent throws them a lifeline,
Possible, you have 6,000 euros.
which a delighted Dawn and Rocco immediately use as a rope to hang him.
Karma, man, karma.
We've just saved £6,000. We've
Karma.
just saved 6 grand.
And it's signed.
6 grand you spent back.
The 6 grand we've just spent.
It's signed, sealed, and delivered. They can't change it now.
Two party lads want a snazzy pad, but it's just not happening. Tough love from Phil and Kirsty in tomorrow's location at 4:10. For next up, Billy and Ziggy. The rivalry continues, plus another eviction tonight, all on Big Brother on the way.